I want to welcome the GMs and the wives, the godly men and the warm, inviting, feminine, empathetic women out there. In this Semen Retention Sunday episode on the Regal Change YouTube channel, and for those that are just joining, my name is Thaddeus. We're going to be talking about how semen retention is not just magic, okay? Because that's what a lot of people sometimes think it is. It's like this magic thing, but it actually is a recipe for personal grandeur. And the reason for that is because you're actually maintaining a sense of committed discipline to the most difficult thing that it is to stay disciplined to in your life as a man, which is your sexual discipline. When you are maintaining this sexual discipline through time, it's going to naturally give you the opportunity and ability to start to maintain discipline in other parts of your life. You see, we live in a world where a lot of people think that this semen retention is just it's like a byproduct of some fairy tale, fairy dust, where the Smurfs like fart and then like magic shit happens. Like that's not what semen retention is at all. And so what we have to understand is that semen retention is actually more of a natural way of being. We just don't remember it as a society and as a species at all anymore. I mean, if it wasn't for corn and the extravagant exposure to sexual activity that the youth have and everybody around us has, I mean, I saw there was a ad for like Carl's Jr. or something on a billboard that I saw recently, and it was just like talking about how sexy a burger was or something, and I was just like, man, even with food, it's like sex is just everywhere. It's just so in your face all the time that it's difficult to steer away from all of these temptations and all of these ways of being that are a detriment to your physical, emotional, and spiritual health. And so now we have a society in which most people are operating under this spirit of lust, men and women alike. And most of the time, the men don't even realize how entrenched they are into the grooves of uncertain, sinful behavior that they begin to feel pity for themselves and self-doubt, so much so that they have a hard time even just bringing themselves back to reality. And so one way that we can think of sin is not necessarily religiously, but to think of sin in regards to psychology and spirituality, leaning more towards spirituality. Because ultimately what a sin is intentionally or unintentionally hurting your well-being physically, emotionally, or spiritually overall in some way, shape, or form. And in doing so, it can be a form of self-sabotage. Like, a lot of people don't want you to be on semen retention because, and it's not even like a conscious thing, it's just they don't want you to be on semen retention because they don't understand it. I don't know what it is lately, but the men have been staring at me pretty hardcore, like in a highly aggressive manner in some cases, and in other cases it's high admiration. And then the women, it's like, golly, I've become like a freaky fantasy of theirs. I don't know. And it's just, I haven't even done too much of anything different other than just focus on myself. And it just is what it is. Like I'm just doing me and being who I am. And that's apparently enough to to really make an impact on the people around me in my community in a way that I'm not even like, I didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything with them. I have nothing to do with these people. And yet it's almost like the women, like today I was at the gym and this woman was just staring at me like I mean, I was flattered, but like, I mean, damn woman, like, holy shit, focus on your damn workout. My goodness. And the reason being is not necessarily because I wasn't attracted, but because I saw her man like working out next to her. like they were like holding hands, and granted he was definitely acting like a beta. And I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong. There's something wrong with like holding a woman's hand or anything like that. But if you're the one to initiate that as a man more often than not, then you're going to be the beta in her eyes, whether consciously or unconsciously. And so here's this woman literally jaw dropped staring at me while I'm working out. And I like look over because she keeps staring at me through the mirror. And I see the guy, and she then gives me like this angry look. Like she's like mad at me for not coming over to talk to her. And I'm like, what the hell? Are you serious? Like, this isn't... You've got someone, woman. Like, you've got someone right next to you. And if you don't like him, then why are you there? And the reason being is because most women don't want to be alone. Most women aren't in control of themselves. And there are few exceptions, of course, because I did say not all of women are like this. We have to make that disclaimer. But at the same time, it's completely astronomical the lengths that some women will go to make it seem like you're in the wrong. Like there was a while back, maybe a few months ago, where this woman was staring at me, and this was at the gym as well, and I didn't pay her any attention, and then we had just happened to like turn a corner, and we didn't really like look each other in the eye, but we noticed that we both noticed each other, and then we kept it moving. And then I was working out, and then her and her man, this was another boyfriend of whatever, I swear I'm convinced that the easiest women to get are the ones already in relationships. I'm very much convinced of that at this point. And I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying that that's something to do, but I'm saying that that's just the case if you're not on your P's and Q's as a man. And so then I was working out, and I overheard her say that she was telling her guy, whether it was her husband or boyfriend, whoever it was definitely her man, quote unquote. She was saying, "Oh, he was staring at me earlier." I was like, "Bitch, no, I was not staring at anything. Are you kidding me?" Oh man, I was just so appalled because that guy's probably looking at me as an enemy now. And I didn't even do anything. And this is just going to be the power that you're going to have when you're retaining and when you're focusing on yourself. This is what is going to be propagating in your life. Maybe not to this degree, but in a way it's like people around you become intoxicated, whether for better or for worse. And then other people actually feel you and feel your energy, and they actually, because they have a heart and their hearts aren't hollow, they actually listen and understand what you're talking about. They actually listen and understand what you're saying. They just have an instinctual and intuitive grace that comes from God as they're with you, because you understand that you are living a life of purity to the best of your ability. And sometimes these kinds of situations just make me laugh, because it's just like, my goodness gracious. It's treacherous. Like, some of these people are treacherous out here. And you never really know what people are going to be doing. But the good thing about semen retention is, like, you always feel like you're 10 steps ahead of people sometimes. And not like in a arrogantly or superior complex way. It's more of like, you can just see things the way they are a little bit more clearer than you all probably already do. Because if you're on semen retention and you know about it, you probably have a greater understanding of just your inner being in general and what it really takes to have the consistent dedication and discipline to get to where you need to go. So anyways, guys, I'm going to close this video out. It's been a long couple of days. Holy moly, it's been a long weekend. I've gotten a lot of stuff done, very productive, but man, it was here and then it was gone. It was here and then it was gone. That was pretty wild. But if you guys are interested in checking out the Regal Change Academy on School, go ahead and click in the description box below. That's just going to be a online, all-in-one course platform and engagement opportunity for you to engage with like-minded individuals. And even though it's not a semen retention based program or course, we've got meditation courses, we've got the Godlike Savage courses, and it's free to enroll. And then we do have paid courses down the line in the actual community, but we still have many free options available for you to check out. So if any of this resonated with you, one of the best ways that you can support is to subscribe to this channel or like or comment the video. Or if you're interested in going further, join the school community and we'd be happy to welcome you. We do not one-on-one calls exclusively. We can do that, but we do weekly group calls. And so we'll do weekly group calls now. And that's where everybody is just getting an opportunity to share a little bit about themselves, what we're all going through, and then you have that kind of support with you down the line. So with all that being said, I hope this message was useful and insightful. And until next time, peace be with you.